Hi Aries, welcome to Sophquest. My name is Spence. This is a weekly reading for August 30th through September 5th. We are entering into the Burr months. We are in the second week of Virgo season now. Virgo season always feels really nice to me. We take care of a lot of business in Virgo season, don't we? Well, today I'm going to use two gorgeous decks. Firstly, the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. It's just a go-to for me. I love that deck so much. And I'm sticking with this deck that we used last week, the Tarot of Mystical Moments by Katrine Welch-Stein. It is speaking to me, and I thought I'd use it again this week. So I'm going to pull one card from the Wisdom of the Oracle for you. We'll discuss that in a minute. Then I'm going to lay your 9-card spread with the tarot. We're going to read horizontally, vertically, and big picture, so stay with me, all right? Hey, if you haven't subscribed, I hope you will today. Thank you so much for your likes. And I really love and appreciate comments. So if you have something to say, you want to say anything at all to me, to the community, then please do. All right, so Aries, let's go. We've got a Wisdom of the Oracle card for you. About to come out, I can feel it. All right. This week is a quiet week astrologically. In the middle of the week, we're going to have 3 days, 2.5, 3 days, as the moon cycles do, with the moon in Cancer, which can be a time where we get kind of homey and emotional maybe. And in Virgo season, we're really thinking about things that we're trying to figure out how to do in a way that improves things. So it's kind of a breathing, easy, still, quiet Virgo week, I think. Very internal. You get flexible. Flexible's the one that came out for you. Okay, Aries, we will read that in just a second. I'm going to lay your 9 cards now, so let's do what we do and get comfortable. Settle in with me, Aries. Let's take 3 deep breaths so we can bring down the cortisol. Let go of any stress you might be holding, any tension that you have in your spine and your shoulders. Settle in and plant your feet, right? Get a little bit of Virgo energy moving through the body. All right, there we go. I have shuffled plenty before I started the video, so let's go ahead. After shuffling a little bit, cut the deck, and we will lay out your 9 cards. I will say what they are, and I am going to show you each card as we go along. All right, you got the Chariot, Cancer, right? The Hanged Man, right? Internal, thinking about things, Virgo season. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. That's a very Virgo card. This is very much in alignment with what the energies are right there, I think, for this week, Aries. 10 of Pentacles, that's nice. 7 of Swords, okay. The World. Oh, this is interesting. Very good. Death. The 4 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups. I think you're changing the way you process your feelings and the way you think about your feelings. That's good. That's really healthy. I love that for you. On the bottom of the sword, deck, we have the 3 of Swords. So processing and letting go of old stuck stuff. That is an incredibly healthy thing for you to do, Aries. I love that so much. So it makes sense. Flexible, right? I think it's to be flexible with yourself. When you're going through the week, we've got like void of course moon energy. That's a very still energy in the beginning of the week. And then as moon moves into Cancer, it's like just a very internal time. We feel what we feel, you know. Depending on how you're dealing with your feelings and the things you're processing right now will probably depend on how you feel this week. And I think this reading is really saying if you can process through your stuff and let go of old stuff about, how, you know, old thoughts about the way you feel through life, the way you actually deal with your feelings, right? Aries, you're a fire sign, right? You want to go. You want to have zhuzh and energy and go forward, but your feelings matter. So let's see what Flexible says. 19. Here we have it. And honestly, let me look at this for just a second. We have some major arcana here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 major arcana. That is very much telling me that you're in the process of ending the way that you have been flipping the script in your life. You're ending an old way. This has been a process for you for quite a long time. And I think those 2 full moons in Leo season really helped you to begin the letting go process. And I think for the rest of the year, the adjustments, the changes you're going to be making is going to be big. I really think big. Okay, teachability, open-mindedness, being adaptable without compromising what's most important. A tree's roots are solidly planted in the ground, yet its branches can bend in a hurricane, whereas a rigid structure like a building would come crashing down. Consider how the tree remains supple and secure when everything around it may be in shambles. This is how you need to be now, willing to learn new things, teachable, malleable, yet firmly grounded in who you are. Common sense is important, so is an open mind. Stay curious, stay open, and stay aware. At this time, others will be more flexible with you too. All right, so I honestly believe that this is a way for you to get a completely different perspective, right? When we just stay that way, when we stay mutable, malleable, flexible, kind of trying to just go with the flow, we allow our feelings, we really do. And we're talking about that today because there's no doubt that we're talking about your heart with the Three of Swords. So in the 3 middle days of the week, right, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I think it is, the moon will be in Cancer, and we're going to deal with some feelings. Under that, you've got the Six of Swords, which tells me you're moving on from stuff. Right? 3 of Swords to the 6 of Swords is brilliant movement forward. It's progress. That's incredible because you've decided. King of Swords. All air energy right here. Now, right now, this week, Mercury enters Libra, the air sign of Libra. And Mercury is the planet of the intellect, the mind. Now that makes sense, doesn't it? You got a lot of air energy here. Mercury helping you to understand and get into balance, to be kind to yourself, to understand in relationships. We go through all of it. We go through the heartache and we learn to move on because we decide to. Because we decide that whatever we went through helped us learn something about ourselves, about love, about life, about other people, right? Let's go across the top. We have the Chariot and the Hanged Man with the Queen of Pentacles. You are absolutely in the driver's seat and moving forward. The Chariot is honestly a card of victory in many ways. It is Cancer, but it's an inner victory. It's when you choose to take control of how you move forward, right? With the Hanged Man, it's like start, stop, start, stop. Has this been happening with you? The energies have been that way, haven't they? A little bit of start and stop. And this is telling me that this season, Virgo season right now with the Queen of Pentacles, you're deciding, you're thinking deeply about how to move on and to stop stopping yourself. And the way to do that, right, is to be flexible with whatever comes. So on a day when you need to start, do it. On the day when you need to stop, do it. And do it without judging yourself. Instead, do it with a way to care for yourself and allow your feelings to teach you, this is what I need today. This is what I need today. This is a card of caretaking. Caretaking for yourself. For the needs of your heart. So that you can move forward. Absolutely moving forward in life. I love that for you, Aries. I think that's incredibly beautiful. And, you know, we are all learning at such a fast rate right now, all having to adjust and be adaptable. And that is not easy, is it? It's never easy. Okay, let's go to the second line here. We have the Ten of Pentacles, which is really about longevity in the life you're building. The Seven of Swords, which is about somehow something going on under the surface that we're either denying or that's going on behind our back we don't know about. It can be many things, but this is coming to closure with the World. The World is the last card. It's a major arcana, and it says the cycle is now ending. You're not either going to do this to yourself anymore, stealing away from yourself your own happiness, your own growth, coming up with a new solution, taking what you need to move forward so that you can end the cycle that you're ending. And I think the cycle for you is this heartache. We have heartache for a lot of reasons. People see the Three of Swords as like a breakup in love, in relationships. It's not necessarily that at all. We have so much heartache over so many things. I have heartache almost every day when I see the numbers of all the people that have been affected and by COVID. You could feel this feeling for anything, the whole world, right? The state of humanity. It's actually processing your feelings in a healthy way, allowing yourself to really feel compassion, right? We have two huge outer planets changing us that way in Aquarius, about the whole, about humanity itself, and yet staying individual within it, right? That's what Jupiter and Saturn are doing for us. Both retrograde in Aquarius. They're big. These are big times, right? They're big times. Mercury in Libra is going to help you think about how you do this, how you feel what you feel and not judge yourself for it. If you're sad, okay, you're sad. If you're happy, be joyous. Every single day we have so many thoughts and so many emotions. And do you know what? Most people deny them. That's what this is in the center of your reading, Seven of Swords. Denying something. Denying it in your mind that you need to take time to heal. Denying in your heart that you feel something at all about something or anything. It's coming to grips with your feelings, and it's coming to grips with the fact that if you actually go through it, then you can get through it. Right? We don't get through it until we go through it. That's the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is moving forward from the mental conflict of not being able to solve the problem for ourselves by going around in circles. But when you get to the Six, you rise above it, you see the big picture, and you say, I'm not doing that anymore. I've made the decision, King of Swords. This is under the deck in your subconscious. Let's do the third line. So now, the Death card. You're changing from the inside out. Take a really good look at this card. You can see the skeleton, the bones inside of her, and you can see the flowers, the growth. The ending and the beginning that changes her from the inside out. This is what's happening with you. With the Four of Pentacles, because you've held on to something for a long time. It helped you be as stable as you could be, getting through these times of change and adaptability, bending over backwards, seeing life through different lenses with this flexible card, right? It's felt like we're all doing handstands and back bends. It's that. It's moving through these times and feeling the sadness of the things that we've let go of, that we've redefined for ourselves, that our life has changed. Like, life isn't the way it used to be. So that's hard for us to process, isn't it? Right? Let's go down the vertical. Chariot, Ten of Pentacles. I'm moving forward now and making the kind of life that I want to make, that I aspire to live. Because I've changed. Inside to the out, I've changed. So I'm moving forward now. And this feeling of security, of knowing my place in the world, where I fit in the generations of my family, my life story, all of that is something I'm really thinking about and getting perspective on. I don't want to be in denial anymore of what I need and of what I've held on to in order to stay secure. So I'm going to do something differently. I'm not going to judge myself. Here I am, standing in Virgo season. This is a Virgo card, and it's a card of caretaking. I'm going to take care of myself. Allow for the closure on the things that I've learned with the World card. This is the Fool's Journey, and I've made it to the end. I've learned something great about myself, and now I get to start this new path. And I'm okay, no matter what happens. Five of Cups. I'm not going to get maudlin about things. I'm going to feel my feelings and process them. And that's what helps you move on. That's what helps you decide to enjoy your life no matter what. That you have the right to take care of yourself and give yourself what you need. That's beyond being flexible. That's being as strong as the willow. Bending with the times, learning as you go, moving with the breeze. You can do this. This week, you're going to feel things that may come up because the moon in Cancer is really deep. And honestly, it's incredibly healing right now. And don't forget, Chiron is in Aries. This whole last 18 months, for the rest of the year for you, Aries, it's healing you. That's Chiron, the wounded healer. So take heart. You can do this. Look at this. All right? I love it. So here I am for you, and I'm here for you next week as well. Don't forget, if you're interested in also your moon rising or anything else, you can click on that little eye up in the corner, and it will open up my weekly readings playlist. So I wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude every single day this week. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week.